What's up, fam? I'm reporting from beautiful Dar es Salaam, my Pan-African estates. I'll make a video about the cons of living in Tanzania, specifically Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Many get on us YouTube and say, oh, y'all always report the good of Tanzania, but you never report the bad. So I'm going to make this video of reporting the bad. Now, a lot of locals may come for me, but I'm always talking about the good. So I have to share with my other expats or anyone coming to Tanzania my pet peeves and the cons of living here. Number one, the roads and the infrastructure is horrible, family. So it's just bumpy roads. The side streets you can forget about wearing your good shoes. You would be messing up your J's. So I don't even wear my good shoes here. The government has not put the money they should in the infrastructure for the side streets. The main roads, the main public roads are pretty much decent condition. But the side roads are horrible. Like outside of my compound, let me show you. So I'm on the tail end of rainy season. Look at this water here. This is how the side roads look. So that's one of the pet peeves of Tanzania. Number two, I hate when locals say, this is Africa. Yes, I understand this is Africa and we're not supposed to be bringing our westernized ways here. But Africa can take some tips from us. This is Africa, and now I call it that poor mentality of they don't want to change. That irritates me. Just take some advice. We're not trying to change your way of life, but you gotta quit saying this is Africa like that poly, not willing to change. You have to be willing to change because Africa, believe it or not, Tanzania is probably 25 to 30 years behind the Western world. So sometimes I find myself fighting and struggling with trying to make life better for everybody else over here. So you hear a lot of locals say, this is Africa, this is how we do things here. But when it's backwards, you have to have the mindset and knowledge to be want to change for the better. Number three, the scamming goes on here by the locals because they may hear my American accent and they would try to give me a foreign price and a local price. I think there should be all one price like we have in America. America has a capitalist society. One price, they don't care if you're rich or poor. Can you afford to pay it? If not, get the hell out of my store. Here, the minute I open my mouth, if I'm not with a local, they think they got me. They're gonna treat me like a Mzungu. And for those who don't know what Mzungu means, that means white European. Anyone European. That's what the word stands for. But sometimes they even try to treat me like one with raising the price up or whatever. Number six, one of the cons of living in Tanzania. Poor customer service. Fam, I mean, it's like -10. No one has the drive to do anything as far as their job. In the restaurants is terrible because they probably overwork and underpaid. They don't understand time is money. The fundis are horrible. They do not keep their word. You say they come back in 1 hour, you may not see them in a couple of days. They want to get paid up front. I don't pay anyone up front here in Tanzania. or I pay only half of the money. Do not give them all the money. You may never see them again. It's just horrible with they don't value customer service. I'm used to in America, things get done. Maintenance guy come, and for those don't know, fundi means maintenance. That's what they call their maintenance guy here, or anyone to work on cars or anything to do blue collar handwork. They call them the fundis in Swahili. They do not understand and value time, which is horrible, and it irritates my skin. Number 8, the power grid here in Tanzania. They have to invest more into their local electricity grid. Power grid here is horrible. But believe it, on this day that I'm making this video, which is, what day is it? May the 17th, Wednesday, my power has not went out in 5 days. I've been having consistent power for 5 days. I can't believe it. Transco must be up to something. That's the name of their local power company. But when I first arrived here 3 weeks ago, the power was going out maybe for an hour, 10 minutes, come back on like that every other day. But believe it or not, 5 days with my power consistently running. So I appreciate that, Transco. Number 8, police. Well, this is a two-edged sword, because when you get pulled over by the police here, or when they wave you to stop because they don't have police cars, so they like on the road and be like flagging you, move, pull you over. I guess it's not really a big complaint, because I know I'm going to leave and pull off with my life because they don't have guns, so I don't have to worry about getting killed by the police on a traffic stop that went wrong. But they do like a little moolah, little cash in their pocket to get away with whatever violation you violated, or everything could be pretty much fine on your car, and they still want a little money for the eat. So you got to break bread, 2,000, 5,000, up to 10,000, even 20K of local currency. That's $8. 10,000 of their currency is $4, and 5,000 is $2. So they won't, when they pull you over, they're gonna find a reason to get some money out your pocket. That's one of my pet peeves and cons of Tanzania that I don't like. Number 9, when locals call me a Mzungu. And I think I got called that once since I've been here in 5 years. So not most think like that, but when you do not call a black African American a Mzungu, that is insulting. We are African American. We may not have been born here on the continent, but our ancestors was. So we're no Mzungu. We are no European. My skin look like your skin. But some try to explain, oh, well, that's anyone that's foreign that wasn't born here. No, because I had one black American friend, and she was hot, she's high yellow, light skin. She's hot. But then I told her, even my kaka, who is local, and he's from Tanzania, they call him white man, which I fell out laughing. And I don't understand that, because they got a lot of, Tanzania has the highest rate of albinos. So you can go anywhere and you'll find a lot of albino people here in Tanzania, which look way lighter and whiter than me. So my local Tanzanians, please do not call us black Americans, anyone in the African diaspora, Mzungu. It's very insulting. We don't like that. Number 10. I think I'm in order. I'm kind of skipping around my list, but I think I'm number 10 of the cons of living in Tanzania. Locals think you're supposed to take care of them because they may think that you have more money than them. And I don't like that. I went on a couple of dates with some dadas here, And she has the nerve to bring her friends on the date. I think that is very disrespectful. I'm taking you on a date, not your friends. And I kid you not, I was at Giuliani's. It's this club here in Dar es Salaam, Giuliani's in the Bazzi Beach area. Do you know her friends was on the phone calling, making their orders to have their food already at the table when they get here? And I was like, what? So, sure enough, I didn't pay for that meal because I didn't like, to me that was disrespectful and tasteless. But I noticed that about the culture here. They love to bring their friends with them to have a good time on your dime. That ain't how we roll in America. I mean, you got some women like that. They call them here slay queens. For one, freeloading girls or whatever. So anyway, I nipped that out and slid out the date. Of course, I paid for her meal that I was with, but her friends, you got to pay for your own meal. I don't appreciate that. So that's one of the cons. You got to be careful. The Dadas would like bring their whole posse to eat and drink off of you if you allow them. Now, if I say fine, that's cool, but please ask me, or please ask that person, is it cool that I bring my friends or my girls, and we all have a good time? But just don't take it upon yourself to do that. Number 11. One of the cons of living in Tanzania. The landlords. We call them landlords in America. Here they call them house father or house mother. Family, they do not want to take care of their property. They think it's your job to take care of your property. Mind you, everyone has to pay their rent up maybe 3, 6 months, or 12 months for the year. So mainly it's 6 to 12 months you pay your rent up. If you pay 3 months, then you're getting, good. So most people can't even afford to pay 6 to 12 months here locally. Us from the diaspora who have more higher income, yes, we can afford to do that. But they feel like, and this is the problem I have with paying someone 6 months or 12 months of rent. They feel once you pay them their rent money, it's your house. They don't want to fix nothing in their house. And I'm like telling them, this is your house. Why would I pay to fix something in your house? This is your investment, not mine. I pay to stay. They want you to fix the pipes, anything that you feel that in America, you just call the maintenance guy, they come and fix it because it's in our rent already. So that's how they get you here. They make you want to pay for their house. They say, oh, I give you house, it's yours. You fix it, it's your house. No, it's not my house because it's my house. I'll be staying there. But eventually, I do have my own crib. This is how Pan-African living here in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. But I do not expect to fix a landlord house or house mother, house father's house. That's their job. It's their property. And while I'm at it, number 11, dalalis. I heard these stories about these dalalis. Okay, we call them realtors in America. They got dalalis. It's a bunch of people that find houses for you to stay. And family, they may be trying to scam you. There's a lot of videos on how the dalalis are horrible here in Tanzania. Just say you buy a house for 1 million shillings a month. That's $500 a month. The dalali, the one who showed you that house, he expect you to pay him 1 month's rent for him finding you that house. And it is negotiable. If you come, you be like, no, I'm not paying that. Well, I'm paying you 1 month's rent, and then I gotta turn around and pay the house father another 6, or house mother another 6 to 12 month rent. But half of the time these dalalis, and then they want you to pay them money to show them the houses and this and that, and then guess what? they don't even know the person of the house. So now they getting 10 and 20,000 shillings, which is $4 to $8 every time you show them a house. They got that scam going on, and they don't even have the keys to the house, or they don't even know who the house watchman is, but they expect you to pay. So I heard a lot of expats, Black American expats and British, black from the UK, getting into it with Dalalis here because of that scamming fee that they try to charge you, and they don't even know who owns the house. But they take you there like, oh, I showed you this house. I showed you the house. You got to pay me. You got to pay me. And they don't know who stayed in that house from a man in the moon. It's just them trying to get money out of you, showing you something, and they don't even have the keys to get in the gate. So that's one of the scams and cons of living in Tanzania. Number 12. I think electricity is kind of expensive for here. We pay everything prepaid, so you have to pay. There's no bill in the mail like we get in America. You can go behind 2-3 months on your electric bill. No, it's prepaid, and once your meter run out, that's it. So I do kind of like that, you know, but I think it's kind of expensive, especially when you're running your air conditioner. It can get very expensive. Like this is my meter, so I hit this, and you pay your power, and so you type in your number, boop, boop, boop. You send money to this thing, you put in your number, and then you put how much you're gonna pay. So me, I have 224 units, so I got, oh no, I have 136 units. So I got enough power for another week. I'm gonna put some on soon. So you have this meter. This is what we put our power prepaid on. Then it automatically wireless go to your balance. Some like this mobile, and then some on the side of the house that you gotta go type it in like that. You just go type it in like that. Number 13. No central air conditioner like we have in the US. And you're not gonna get central air conditioners. So you have we have like these units. I have these units of air conditioners. So I have 5 of these. So this is for my living room and dining room, and then I have one in each bedroom. You need air conditioning here in Dar es Salaam. The locals really don't need air conditioning, but me coming from America, you know, we're spoiled, or as my father called us, pampered peacocks from here. We used to air conditioning. Dar is hot and humid all year round, pretty much. All year round, hot and humid climate. We on the equator, so I need air conditioning. Units is like in each room. Let me show you how I got in the other room. And I have one in this room, so I have them all 4 bedrooms and then the living room. So this will be your room. You keep just the room you in cool. So you may be in a nice cold room, and then you step out in the hallway, it's hot, unless you just running all your air conditioning. But of course, that's going to eat more electricity. One of the cons of Tanzania, no central air like we used to. They just have units like that in each room you control individually, unless you keep on all day. I've been interrupted making my video, family. I got Kaka come over, so let me hurry up with my I lost count. Let me see. 14. Uber and Bolt, my biggest pet peeve and con. They do not want you to pay credit card. So they want cash. And because they're a hand-to-mouth society, I understand that. But what if you don't have any cash? They don't want to pick up your Uber ride or Bolt when you're using credit card. So I've been complaining about that. That is very annoying. And I have reported quite a few of them. So they don't be surprised if you get left without, or they'll cancel your ride because you are not paying cash and you using credit card. That is very annoying. So that's one of the cons of living in Tanzania. 15. cash only society. They think that because they don't want to deal with no credit card. I kid you not, family. When I bring out my credit card, they think I'm using a foreign object to them. If it ain't cash, they want it. Like I say, they 20, 30 years behind, and they don't want to get with the ATM credit card thing, which pisses me off. So that's one of the cons, because I don't like to carry cash, and that keeps down getting robbed. But be expected to pay cash for everything unless you in the expat area, slipway, or the expats handle out, then they use credit card. But they have to get on it with the cash. They want you to pay cash for everything. Also, the Uber and Bolt people, don't be surprised if they stop in the middle of your ride to where you're going to pull over and get gas while the clock is still ticking on your dime. That's very annoying. So that is, and number 16, I guess. I'm skipping around, family, so don't hold me accountable. Too many football and soccer channels. They got like 10 channels just dedicated to football, aka soccer to us in the US. So there's a lot of channels. If I get an NBA game, I may get it the next day. It'd be late, because I've been able to watch some of the playoffs, but it's on in the morning, which is already a day later, and I already know what the score was because it come to my phone. Other than that, so those are my my cons of living in Tanzania and my pet peeves. And no, I'm not going to edit this video, so as I'm recording it, that's how you're going to get it. I'm not editing. Peace. Black power.